Hey Capricorns, how y'all doing? Welcome. We're going to be taking a look at your first half of October general reading. So in your meditation, very short but sweet, and honestly, I wanted to giggle a bit during it. The first thing that I want to say is that I feel like you're dropping the weight. Which is, if you think about that, there's a lot, of possibilities with dropping the weight, right? We can drop physical weight, we can drop the weight of, the thoughts that we have, we can drop, the weight as in the WAIT. So I think there's a lot in there that we'll explore. In the meditation, I saw this, it was nighttime, and it was like I was at a very large lake at nighttime in the mountains somewhere. And I saw this vial, kind of like a beaker that you would use in like a science experiment. And then I saw it being filled with this very dark, it was like very inky liquid, right? And then I heard this song as it's being filled kind of in midair. I heard this song called Could by Brian McKnight. It's from a certain time. I won't age myself, but it's not a recent song. But I'm hearing the beginning of the song, and I'm looking at this vial being filled. I'm like, okay, and then I basically the lyric in that, I think that is the point of it, is could you be the one for me? Then I see this vial being, grasped by this skeleton that is sitting with its legs crossed in like a little rowboat on the bank, just looking out at the water in the night, chilling, having a nice old time, living its best life. I saw it drinking this vial of inky liquid and just living. And it just felt like this energy of like dropping the weight of everything that makes me feel encumbered, bad, obligated, weighed down. It was like the image of this skeleton that's like, hey, I don't have an ounce of any extra weight within me or around me or on me. Like feeling free, feeling light. Like feeling light as a skeleton. When have we ever heard that? Feeling light as a skeleton. It's really, really interesting, but it feels so, so good. It feels so good. It feels like you are in a really prime spot, which is really interesting as well, because we are in the first half of October. In the Northern Hemisphere, we are heading towards Samhain, Halloween, and skeletons are associated with that death energy of Halloween and Samhain time. So I do feel like there's a little tongue-in-cheek reference there as well, but this just feels light as a skeleton. I would say light as a feather, light as a skeleton. Feels really, really good. That inky liquid as well, I think it felt like writer's ink, like something you would write. So it just feels like you're not just like telling your own story, you're not just reclaiming your own narrative, but you are literally drinking it. It's really, really fascinating. Let's go ahead and see what your cards say. Hey Capricorn, let's go ahead and see what your animal energy is for the first half of October. Ooh! Oh, really? Coming in like the lion you are. I love this for you. So first of all, we had the fiery energy of lion here. Fire is an element, is about transformation and power, right? It's also quite a delicate element, because it takes work to keep it alive, but it also takes work to keep it contained. So really beautiful coming in for you here around that. Lion as well, this most closely equates to the King of Wands in the Tarot, who is a master of timing. Master of timing. He knows what to say yes to. He knows what to say no to. He knows when to move, when to be still. So as a result, he never regrets a decision. He's never wrong, because really timing is at play in so much of our lives, right? And timing can really make the difference between something, being a success and something not being a success, right? So it's interesting here with the lion coming through for you in this way, and we're feeling the lightness of a skeleton and being unencumbered, and it sort of felt like being in your mastery, right? Which is interesting with this lion energy, which is also about confidence, leadership, power, authority, presence. This feels like you're at the top of your game. It feels really, 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 really good. It feels like you've either, figured something out or found a way to just let go that just feels incredibly, I want to say liberating, right? Oh, did you see that just fell on I swear that fell on the floor and underneath my couch. Hold on. Y'all. Okay. Well, at least it was worth it. We got the world key here. Making me dive under the couch. The world key, this is the final key in the major arcana. I want to point out this big lake here. And then we've got like the moon that is just starting to rise. It's interesting because I saw that skeleton like sitting in front of this lake, right? So the world key traditionally is about success, victory, closing out certain cycles and going, yay, I did it, I'm done. This is all of those feel goods from a job well done and from an ending that just feels like it was right on time and welcome, right? This is stunning. Capricorn, you've got a major arcana coming in here, which speaks of, success and victory and being ready to move on to something else within a new energy. This is brilliant. You are not who you were. There's some aspect of you that's learned something that has changed your perspective that's going, oh my gosh, wow, I feel brand new, right? Light as a skeleton. Oh, really? Capricorn. Why are you flirting with me with these cards? 10 of Pentacles. This is happy home family and a lot of material abundance to pay those bills. So this is like the 10 of Cups with that emotion of fulfillment, plus all the monies, plus all the material wealth and abundance, plus the happy and stable home. This is brilliant. Now, what's really interesting within this context, it being the 10 of Pentacles in this Edgar Allan Poe deck, is that we have this empty coffin, from which these beetles are emerging, and we have the bones here on the ground. Is that not a skeleton head with the bones? Did we not see that? It's interesting as well, because with this compass here that's on the map, it really brings to mind this world key of like, okay, where do I go from here? But the beetles as well. The beetles are, I can't think it was Darwin. I feel like I'm going to butcher this quote, but Charles Darwin said something to the tune of, God must have really loved beetles the most because there's just so many different kinds of beetle, and they're such, little survivors, and they're absolutely everywhere. So I feel like there's something there's a regenerative aspect to this as well. I feel like you are really moving into a time where you are experiencing success and luck and alignment in ways that maybe have eluded you recently, but are really coming into the foray now. And it feels incredibly positive. Again, with this, I keep hearing it, light as a skeleton. Beetle energy is also about, again, like I said, being very aware of your resources and recycling old things to make them new, to repurpose them. You know what I'm feeling? I feel like I'm looking at like a repurposed purpose. Your purpose has been repurposed. There's something about it. There's been a significant shift within you that is changing either the way you see something, your view of your own potential, or that clears the path ahead of you in some way. And it feels highly energetic, right? It's an energetic shift. It feels really, really nice. It doesn't feel nice. It feels brilliant, actually. Oh, God. Y'all just doing it today. You're doing it today. Waking me right up. So here we have the Fool, which is the first in the major arcana. So you have okay, just look at this. Let's just storyboard this for a moment. First of all, more skeleton heads. Hello and goodbye. So we have the last key in the major arcana here with the World, which speaks of successful completion of cycles and feeling really good about it. Then we move to the 10 of Pentacles, which is the final key in the Pentacle suit, right? Which is about happy home family, material abundance, thinking about the future, ancestry, setting yourself and your family up for the long term, and also the legacy that you leave behind once you leave the earth, right? What is your legacy? What work are you leaving behind you, right? So thinking along those lines, right? Thinking about the big picture, thinking about the long term, and your perspective being in a place where you can actually conceive that. This is the opposite of I'm getting through it day at a time. Day at a time. This is not that. This is like long-term thinking and perspective, right? I want to say like this is money. This is a way of viewing things through someone who is inherently successful and has abundance because they are able to, lift out of that survival mode and think and behave differently. Okay? Then we have the Fool here. So you have the end, the middle, and then the beginning. It's really fascinating. The Fool is a brand new cycle. It's starting absolutely fresh. Again, light is a skeleton. Hello. What's interesting here? We have this jester here, right? Which is about what was their role in the court, right? It was to what? If we think about it, they're known for what? Being funny, being buffoons, providing entertainment, right? But actually, if you've read any Shakespeare, you might be familiar with what I'm about to say. But oftentimes, the wisest words came from the mouth of the jester because no one really expected much out of them except to be a buffoon. But really, they were the ones who were saying the wisest things. And they were able to approach the King of Wands here, in a way and say things that nobody else could. They were able to walk that line of truth and humor, right? Where they were able to they also saw more than anybody else and got away with more than anybody else, even though their position as jester wasn't necessarily as respected as, say, a knight, right? Interesting here. There's a freedom here because when I think of a jester, I think of freedom in the court. And I feel like there is a freedom that you have here that just feels really, really nice. It almost feels like you're getting away with something. It feels so nice. You know what I mean? It feels really, really good. Let's get some advice. Shall we? This just feels really good. Really, really good, Capricorn. Right. I do feel like you're going to be getting an offer of some sort, either someone or something that overlooked you before or did not consider you before, that you were rejected from or put on a wait list around, or maybe said, no, this isn't the right time. Something is coming back around to you and going, hey, we just found your resume. Are you available? Or we just found this, but you were recommended by this person. Like, how about this? Or, hey, we just found this, old script of yours, or whatever it is. It feels like something that's coming back around to you. And it feels like you're marching towards it with this Fool energy going, this is it. And it feels incredibly exciting, right? But something is coming towards you. See how they're both moving in the direction of the Ten of Pentacles? See how it's the Fool moving this way and then the Knight that's heading that they're both heading towards the Pentacle. So I feel like there is this Ten of Pentacles reality coming to you that is going to be able to set you up for the long term and really be associated with your physical abundance. And the beetles being that aspect of recycling and regeneration, it's something that's pre-existed or something that comes as a result of a seed that you've sown already, maybe even some time ago. Let's get some advice. Oh, God. Capricorn, y'all get the gold star for this round of readings, and that's just what it is. Y'all's is almost at the end. I only have a few after you, so I can say with authority, this has been the most positive and brilliant energy yet, so get on you. The advice is the Sun. Hello. This is beautiful Leo energy, and you also have Leo energy with that Lion here as well, which kind of, let's talk about that then. Because Leo energy is about being in the spotlight. Leo represents entertainers, anyone who other people look to for advice, guidance. They kind of, don't shy away from the light and being the point of focus in a room. So those who have influence as well. But when this comes up as your advice, I always hear like, let the sun shine in, right? Enjoy where you are. Don't shy away. And when this comes up as your advice, the big message is, remember that you are worthy of receiving everything that you are receiving. Keep that worth in check. Because I feel like his little face is like, oh, is this really for me? Who, me? But yes, you. You are worthy of receiving all of the good that is coming to you. You are absolutely worth it. It's your time. Let it in, receive it, enjoy it. enjoy it. It's really beautiful. Let's get an oracle. This feels really, really nice. Really, really nice. Oracle for Capricorn. We are using a new oracle deck today called the Urban Crow Oracle. It's by the same creator of the Crow Tarot. It's really, really, I love this deck. Okay. Oracle for Capricorn. Ooh. Oh my God. Okay, so here we have survival. Now, why I'm laughing about this is because remember how I said this is not someone who's in survival mode and just taking it day by day, and then we have survival here, and then we have the fox and the crow. So this oracle, you know, is about coming from a place of like, okay, survival. I'm thinking about what I need to do to survive and get there. But what I'm really drawn to with this for you is that we have this fox energy here, which is magician energy, right? Which is a very different energy to this. But look at this crow. It's like, I need to stay safe, you know, far away from this fox that's about to, you know, eat me. I feel like this is the transformation that we're looking at. And you've come, there's an aspect of you that has either expected the worst or been in survival mode or is just trying to make it through the day. And I feel like that is transforming in a really nice way, because look at the difference here. Your advice is the sun. And then your oracle is survival, which is like a snowy, thorny landscape. So I do feel like there is a message here around not just keeping your self-worth in alignment, but also checking because it may require some risk or some taking a chance on your part with this abundance, or betting on yourself for someone else in a way. And I'm hearing that any resistance towards that, really take a look at your relationship to hedging your bets or risk, and that kind of idea of without risk, there is no reward, right? With that King of Wands, knowing what to say yes to, what to say no to. If anything's gonna, you know, encumber you and get in your way, it's gonna be any kind of like survival instinct that is lack-based, okay? Really, really beautiful Capricorn. I'm sending you so many blessings for a very happy and abundant, first half of October. I so hope that this helps and resonates. If so, please do let me know in the comments below. I absolutely love reading your comments. Please like, share, and subscribe. I would so appreciate that. And with that being said, thank you so much, each and every one of you watching, for every comment that you leave, for every like that you bless me with. Thank you, every single one of you, for being here. And with that being said, most of all, and as always, thank you for being you, and be well. Until next time.